Today we're going to make a dish called chicken French, which is sort of an odd name for an Italian dish, but there it is. So it's a delicious, one of my wife's favorite dishes, and so we're going to get started right away. We're going to begin with some lemons. All right, let's try that again. We're going to begin with some lemons. So I'm going to take this and slice it in half and juice it. Okay, so that's the juice of 2 lemons, and that's about 1/3 of a cup of lemon juice. So you can put more in if you like it really lemony. This 3rd lemon is going to add some lemon flavor, but I'm going to slice this one. And these slices will add juice and flavor, but also they're pretty, and they look pretty in the dish. Okay, so get the last bit of juice out of there. Okay, so we have some slices, and toss those. Let's set this aside. Okay. Now, I don't normally measure when I cook, or especially when I cook this, especially. But I'm going to try and give you measurements, because I know for some of you starting out, it's a good starting place. But you do this by sight and you do it by taste. So I've got about a 1/2 cup of flour, and a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, and a 1/2 teaspoon of finely ground black pepper. Okay. And so this will just be to flour the chicken. So we've got that. Next, we're going to get some eggs. I got 2 eggs here. And it helps to add just a little bit of water, maybe a tablespoon of water. Tablespoon of water, and then some parsley. Okay, and I'm using dried parsley. If you have fresh parsley, by all means go ahead and use that. In this dish, dried parsley works fine. So let's, again, I don't normally measure, but let's try a tablespoon, maybe a 1.5 tablespoons of parsley. And you'll need more if it's fresh parsley. The flavors aren't as concentrated. And I'm just going to whip that up together. Okay, and you can see what that looks like. Okay. So we've got that. Okay, and some chicken. Let me turn the pan on and get that heated up. Okay, I'm using chicken breast tenderloins today. You can also make some cutlets and pound them from chicken breasts. That works. For a lot of things I prefer chicken thighs, and they would work fine in here, so if you prefer chicken thighs that would be good. But white meat is fine for this. Okay. So that's heating up, so we want our egg and our flour, and this can get a little messy, but we'll do the best we can here. So tenderloins, some extra virgin olive oil, coat the bottom of the pan. Okay. Yeah, you take your tenderloin and flour it with the seasoned flour. Okay. And that will make the egg stick better. Okay. In addition to giving it the flavor. So dip that in there and put it in the pan. Just keep doing that. Dry hand, eggy hand. And work that. I like to go around clockwise so I know what order I put them in the pan. While those are cooking, I can prepare some more ingredients. get about a cup of chicken stock, homemade if you have it. If not, store-bought is fine. So I've got a cup of chicken stock, and we may need to add more later, but that's my best guess as to how to start. I'm going to turn these over in the order I put them in the pan. You can see they brown nicely just in a couple of minutes. Everything here. When you go around the outside and work your way in, the center part of the pan is hotter, so they'll catch up as they cook. And we're also going to need some white wine. I use Chardonnay because we always have Chardonnay in the house, and it works fine. You can use whatever dry white wine works for you. We have our lemon juice. Some cornstarch. So once these are brown, you can turn the heat down and add our chicken stock. Pour a cup of wine. So some wine is good, more wine is better, right? I'm going to add the lemon juice. And then I'm going to put a tablespoon of cornstarch into the wine. The wine is the coldest thing here, so mix the cornstarch in easiest so it doesn't get lumpy. And then a can of artichoke hearts. Okay, so nice can of artichoke hearts go in. Like that. And our sliced lemons. So we're going to bring that up to a simmer and let it simmer until everything is cooked and tender. Hey, Winnie. Yeah, I'm just going to let this simmer. I'll turn the cameras off and I'll be back when it's time to serve it. I'm going to serve this over some angel hair pasta, which is a really nice accompaniment for it, and cooks really quickly. So, this at this point, you know, once you bring it to a simmer, you can let it sit gently simmering for as long as you want. and it'll just get more tender and more flavorful. So I'm going to probably let this simmer for 30 to 40 minutes. You know, the chicken is mostly cooked, and by the time you get this up to a simmer, the chicken will be, you know, they're small pieces, they'll be fairly cooked. So you can do this quickly, but if you let it simmer for a while, the flavors meld and it gets very tender. While the chicken French is simmering, I mixed up some of the leftover flour with the leftover eggs, and I'm just going to make a little doggy pancake for Winnie because she's been so good and patient while I've been cooking. So, Winnie is down here watching. Here. Waiting patiently. We've been giving her more treats because she's developed an illness and has lost some weight, and so we're trying to keep her weight up and keep her as comfortable and healthy and happy as she can be. And I'll just let that cool for her. Okay, it's time to eat. So, got our angel hair pasta. There we go. If you have fresh parsley, you can garnish with that. I don't, so I just sliced up some green onions, and we're done.